Hello and welcome to this week's video. This week we look at words and phrases to do with Valentine's Day. This day arrives every February on the 14th and is the day that we celebrate being with our partners. In this lesson, we look at how we can show our love to them in English. We will be looking at the following words and phrases: admirer, bouquet, affectionate, adore, and courting. As ever, we help you with your pronunciation, help you to understand definitions, and use examples of these in English, in phrases you are likely to hear in everyday life. Don't forget to stay until the end and test your knowledge by taking our quiz. Anyway, let's get started with the first word. The first word this week is admirer. Now let's have a look at how we will pronounce this. Admirer. And again, admirer. Excellent, that's a nice easy one. So let's have a look at the definition and example. So this is someone who has romantic feelings for another person, where the other person does not know. And the example is, the man was an admirer of a woman he met on the train. Luckily, he got her telephone number and they decided to go for coffee next morning. Bouquet is the second word this week, and this is to do with flowers. So let's have a look in more detail at how we may pronounce this. Bouquet. And again, bouquet. Great, that isn't too difficult to pronounce. So now let's have a look at the definition and example. So the definition of bouquet is a well-ordered and presented group of flowers, held together tightly by bows, which are usually presented at special events or on Valentine's Day. And the example is, the husband bought his wife a large and colourful bouquet of flowers on Valentine's Day. Affectionate is the next word in the lesson. So let's have a look at how we would pronounce this word. So this is a little more difficult than other words we have looked at so far. So the pronunciation goes along like this. Affectionate. And again, affectionate. Excellent. So now we have got this, we can have a look at the definition and example. So the definition of affectionate is regularly showing care and kindness for someone you really care about. And the example is, the girlfriend was very affectionate towards her boyfriend, as she always wanted to hug him before she went to work. The penultimate word this week is adore. So let's have a look at how we would pronounce this. Adore. And again, adore. Now this is very easy to pronounce, so we can move on to the definition. So the definition of adore is when someone loves and cares for someone very much. And we'll move on to the example. So the boyfriend adores his girlfriend very much. He often buys her favourite chocolates as a treat every weekend. Our final word this week is courting. And let's have a look at the pronunciation. Courting. And again, courting. Great. Now this is a fairly simple word to pronounce. So let's move on to the definition. So this is another way of saying two people are dating, and often a word used by older people. So now we have the definition, let's have a look at an example of how we may use courting. The young man and woman were courting and went on dates to many interesting places, such as restaurants, cinemas, and bowling alleys. It's now time to test your knowledge with our weekly quiz to find out how much of today's lesson you can recall. So, the question is this week, what is another name for a bunch of flowers? Would this be A, a bouquet, B, a collective, or C, a strap? And the correct answer is A, a bouquet of flowers. Great. And let us know in the comments if you did get the correct answer. And if you did, congratulations. Thank you for joining us again today. Next week, we will be looking at words and phrases related with Delicious Pancake Day. So, if you have any questions about this video or would like us to explain a word for you from any context, then please post your question in the comments box below. We are always ready to help. Don't forget to like our video to help us get more viewers and expand our channel in order to provide you with an even greater experience. Why not also press the subscribe button and bell icon in order for you to never miss our future videos? Anyway, thank you so much for joining us again in this lesson, and we'll see you again next week. Goodbye.